What's up, everybody? Hey, it's your boy, the real Daryl, back with another video. Rebel Nation, as I always say, scarlet and gray every day, all day. Anyway, just want to talk about this bye week for UNLV. Hey, we're getting ready to go into Mountain West Conference play. I just want to talk about some things as we get ready for to play the Wyoming Cowboys next Saturday on the road. I'm very excited. And first, I just want to talk about what my expectations are, what I think UNLV needs to do to come away with a flawless record in Mountain West Conference play and hoist that Mountain West Conference championship trophy that we all want to see the Rebels do, Rebel Nation. So anyway, so this is what I saw this past weekend that I hope UNLV goes into Mountain West Conference play and do. The biggest thing is I'm an old school fan. I believe in that you have to be a team that establishes the run. Because here's the thing, like I said, it's great when you can pass the football, spread teams out, and things of that nature. But to me, like when you look at Boise State, you look at Air Force, teams like that, even Wyoming, those teams are tough. They're going to try to come. They're going to try to punch you in the mouth. And it's great that UNLV has the athletes on the outside. But I'm a big believer that if you go to Wyoming, you go to Boise, you go to Colorado Springs, you got to punch those teams in the mouth. And I think that's where UNLV, if they're going to take the next leap, and I use Oregon for example, because when they were in the Pac-12, they had the pretty jerseys and stuff like that. I mean, the swag was off the chain. But here's the thing. When Oregon played SEC teams, the knock on them is that they were soft up the middle. Their defense is weak. And pretty much, you just lined up and you just punched Oregon in the mouth, and they would fold. And that was true. And now you look at Oregon in the Big Ten, and their athletes are a lot bigger. They can play defense, and the biggest thing is they're committed to the run. So I feel like with UNLV, that's something that, we know they can pass the football, but I think, again, as they go through Mountain West Conference play, because everybody knows you, because teams in your conference know you a lot better than teams outside your conference. So I'm just hoping that UNLV comes in, that they run the football, and then pass off a play action. Because I think that's what's going to help the quarterback play. Because I just don't think UNLV can go into these games and not use their running game to help the passing game. Because I don't want our quarterback to have to, let's say, win games with his arm. And if he does, again, I just want to be based upon the running game. So I would love UNLV to run the ball 35, 40 times a game, and just set that mentality that, hey, we're going to play bully ball, we're going to punch you in the mouth, and make these teams pretty much have to come up to stop the run, which is going to open up your passing game. Let's talk about number 2. And I think we've all seen this in these games, is the discipline with the penalties. We got to stop the encroachment penalties, whether it's on first down, second down, third down, fourth down, whatever it may be. As we saw that Miami of Ohio game where it was like 4th and 5. One of our defensive linemen jumped off sides. We can't have that, especially on the road at Boise State. That's a tough place to play. We cannot have those type of penalties. I don't care even if it's at home, but definitely, let's say Utah State. We can't have those type of penalties, Rebel Nation. So I think those things right there, you have to be the tougher team and the smarter team, whether you're home and away and you're playing teams in your conference. Because I can really guarantee you, if we do that at Boise State, UNLV more than likely will probably lose. But if they play smart football and tough football, and you're able to, move the chains, keep these positive, you're going to pretty much let Boise State know, hey, this is a new UNLV football team. We're not that team where, we know UNLV is going to pass the football. No. We want to set the tone that them days is over with. Number 3 is to me is going to be tackling. Got to wrap up. I've seen some things with some of these games where our defense with the tackling was kind of sloppy, where you saw guys had running backs and receivers one-on-one, and the form tackling was like horrible, where guys were like doing things that, if this was the NFL, dude, you're getting trucked, and you're getting embarrassed, and you're gonna be a meme on ESPN and on somebody's YouTube channel. So that's something else I think we got to do. Just those 3 things right there, Rebel Nation. To me, it's just, again, I want to establish that run. Definitely want to, let's say, work on the penalties, because we can't have those. And 3, just the form tackling and stuff like that. We've got to wrap up better, gang tackling and things of that nature. And then I would say fourth, I just think it's just, and it's probably going to be the same thing like far as being smart, but just the composure on the football field. I think that's just something we got to have when you're playing teams within your conference. And then the biggest thing I also would say five is just adjustment during the course of a game. Will the coaches adjust to when teams are, okay, this is your game plan A. Do we have a game plan B and a C? So I just think that's the biggest things right there. But I think composure, especially on the road, because how will some of our players react, let's say, if a play doesn't go their way? Because it is tough to win on that blue turf up in Boise. Even, let's say, Air Force, I know that's at home. Air Force is a tough team. Wyoming is a tough team. I mean, anybody in our conference is a tough team. And I just hope that the coaches have the players ready, because UNLV is not Georgia or Oregon or Alabama or Penn State, where, hey, or, to the point to where we could go out there in the field and just win a game because we're UNLV football. We're not there yet, Rebel Nation. So anyways, I'm just excited about conference play going into next week against Wyoming. I believe UNLV will win. In fact, I know they will win. As I've always said, I don't care about that margin of victory and stuff like that. I don't care how these wins look. I'm just happy for everybody that's within the nation, for the scarlet and gray, that UNLV is competing for bowl games. It's competing for, Mountain West Conference championships, competing for a spot in the college football playoffs, because these are the things right here that will elevate, the university, the football team, to where we can get better players. Because my goal is, I want to see UNLV become an Oregon, where, hey, we're playing in a Power 4 conference. Because here's the thing, Rebel Nation, the Mountain West Conference, I love the conference, but here's the thing, UNLV also has to adapt too, because college football will change 5 years from now. And, if UNLV wants to be in that party, you're probably going to have to be in the Big Ten or the SEC, to me, because I think that's where football is going. But right now, hey, let's enjoy this bye week. I hope everybody watched some games and got to see some things that they want to see this team do, because, hey, conference play is going to be tough. But as I always say, hey, it's all about finding a way to win and getting better each week, enjoying these games. Because, again, as I said before in my prior videos, 5 years ago, man, we used to dream about UNLV just winning 3 games a year. Man, maybe just dreaming about even being 500, not getting embarrassed on national TV, not embarrassing the university that, let's say, that we all, whether we went to school there or we just love just cheering for as a fan because we were born and raised in the 702. So I'm just proud to see what UNLV has done as a football team. And, I want to see our other programs grow. I want to see our basketball team grow. I want to see the baseball team grow, Rebel Nation. It's all about that scarlet and gray, as I always say. But anyways, hey, I'm out. Please enjoy your weekend. Enjoy that Sunday. Be safe and all that stuff. I'm the real Daryl, as I always say. It's all about that scarlet and gray every day, all day. And, hey, please leave a like. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. Hey, I'm just doing this stuff for fun. But we're going to grow this nation. It's all about Rebel Nation, all about you guys. And before I throw that peace sign, as I always do, to that one individual that subscribed to my channel, I want to say thank you. Because, hey, I'm just doing this stuff for fun. But as always, I'm the real Daryl. Scarlet and gray every day, all day. And I'm out. Peace.